Hello YouTube, welcome back. Back again with the obligatory hands together motion. It's what it seems I just do every single time, so I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do a redo of the top 10 market cap right now, because we've had significant price movement, pump, and obviously the subsequent dump that we've seen the past few days. But first, so expect top 10 market cap. But real quick, I just want you guys, I want to give you an update on the community and the Discord, and I just kind of want to promote it a little bit. But so we're getting this a little more refined, and I'm just wanting more people to come join. So the idea behind what I've got up here right now is I kind of want to run this community as a DeFi kind of thing, where the community submits proposals, and then it's the community that votes on these things in a democratic way that will decide what kind of tickers I'm analyzing, what kind of content I'm creating. Am I teaching more? Am I just doing broad analysis over multiple asset classes? I mean, I'm going to be asking all the people of this server all these questions, and they're going to ultimately decide how these videos end up working out. So if you want to be able to get in on that, come join my Discord. I'll have links in the description. Now let's get to the analysis. So we'll just start up right with Bitcoin. As you can see, and I haven't updated anything since the last video. I've left this this list here just so I can have it be proof or whatever. But anyway, so last video, even though I corrected myself, I had us with an extension off of, here's obviously the low of the extension, which is here is the high of the previous setup. Excuse me, it's late. And then obviously the extension. I was using this pivot in the video, but it was this because we had a pivot lock right here. But anyway, so obviously we know what happened. It pumped like hell past 50K. This was, I think, our first profit target. Yeah, it was our first profit above 50K. Met target, and fortunately, if you would have had your trailing stop like we did, then you would have been eating much more profits. Okay, like we would have had the trailing stop got us out. Let's just chart it. Let's see, we'll go to the 1 hour real quick. We got stopped out with the trailing stop at this level. So it was one part of the dump, sure, but we would have expected. Now let's get to right now. We got stopped out on the major dump, and that's actually what I would like. I like it when the major moves are what I'm getting stopped out on, especially in a trailing stop. You don't want to be like just shaking out and then you just see it go right away. They really fucks with your psychology, okay? Your trading psychology, or your mental capital, as a lot of trading gurus say. So let's get to the analysis. So what we would have been expecting after that, after the trailing stop break, is a expanded extension off of this. Let me get my arrow off of this entire setup. We would have expecting essentially this not to happen, not for this to break, but it did. So what do we expect after that? We go 1 degree higher, and so let's just go 1 time frame higher, so we can actually see the degree higher. So where are we in this whole thing? So I know I've gone through this before, but from the low, we're in a very essentially a very long extension series. This is I think this was one. Yeah, this was like an expanded extension, expanded extension, expanded extension, and then an extension. Obviously, here's our expanded extension. Now, what we would have expected, like I said, is the expanded extension, but that didn't happen. That broke. So we'll just go 1 degree larger, back down to this. Yeah, this expanded extension here. So our bullish above is a long ways away. I mean, we could be retesting, and I wouldn't actually be that surprised if this does happen. We could be retesting 30K. Maybe not 30K. We're bullish above 30K, 30.8, or yeah, 30.8K. Okay, that's the bullish above line. That's our stop loss for this third expanded extension. After that, then I'd be expecting all the way halfway back, which would be a not weekly, which would be something like all the way down here. But we're not going to consider that until, I mean, we can consider it here. I'll even put it there. And you know what, guys? Well, this is why you do consider it. Okay, so now that I've charted this, what do I see here? The entry, okay, for this all the way halfway back from the the COVID low to now is $31,000. And our stop loss, excuse me, and the stop loss or the bullish above for the expanded extension series is what? Oh, come on, let me get it right. Okay, there it is. It's this is the bane of this trading system. If it's not already an algorithm, okay. If it's for you, this is for me. This is what I'm working on right now. This is my problem that I'm fixing for this system to make it a lot more efficient. Because obviously, if you're following the series, you'd be entering at 38,900 or let's just call it 39K for the expanded extension series, and then obviously again at 34,300. But your stop loss would be the entry of the larger degree. So there's a few things that can happen. I mean, obviously this comes down to position sizing. Okay, it's just finding the right position sizing model to couple the way this setup is working. Now you could basically what I'm most likely going to be doing is adding instead of having a setup that was just 2 entries, I'm going to have to consider 4, and I'm going to have to consider the ultimate, okay, the ultimate directional stop, all right, is 19,460, okay? That is testing 20,000 our previous all-time highs. That would be testing that. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I think we're in a bull market that's going to last for much longer. At least a few more months. I'd say within a few years. So I'm going to try to keep this moving. But in the most bearish case scenario, when it comes to in the most bearish case, we're bullish. We're bullish above 19,500. On the smaller setups, our expanded extension setups, we are bullish above 30,000. Let's call it 31K. Let's move on from Bitcoin. I don't want to take too long on each one. And if you do come join my Discord and follow me on Twitter, I will have updates of these that are much more in depth, or maybe not more in depth, but just much more frequent. So you'll see these, you'll see all this a lot more, and you'll get to the understanding. All right, so let's update Ethereum. Go to the 3-hour. Where were we before? We were looking for an entry here at the expanded extension, but it did enter on the 382, and it reversed right at target. That's great, but eventually what we would have been expecting is, where are we? There we go. Same thing with Bitcoin. It got stopped out in the expanded extension, but here's what's great about Ethereum. I think I charted this on the perpetual, and it reversed right at the 50, right at our entry. So when it comes to the larger degree setup, Ethereum has already entered. Let's get rid of this because these are not relevant to us anymore. Already entered. Directional bias is bullish above one. This is a huge, huge range, obviously. Bullish above 1,076, and are looking for a target of 2,360. We have the first entry has already triggered at 1360, and the next entry be about 1,200. Revisiting 1,200 would be wild, but the 1350 I think I saw before it was the previous high, in the all-time high. So Ethereum is challenging previous all-time highs. Bitcoin is not challenging all-time highs. It could if it really in the most bearish case, but we're not going to consider that until we really start seeing even more momentum to the downside, more than what we are seeing. Anyway, let's keep moving for our top 10 market cap. So next is ADA, Cardano. Now, what were we expecting here? Exactly happened. We had an entry. This is perfect. Here's entry right here, and here's our target. Reversed at target. I don't know if we can go down the 1 hour to see if we're getting any. Ooh, maybe 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get an extent. Yeah, there was an extension. So let's see if the trailing stop held us further. Got us more profits. That would have been, that dump right there would have been so this would have been our trailing stop here for, the other half of your position while you would have exited right here. So essentially we took profits on this trade for the perfect wick entry as well in this zone. Okay, and let's see, it's been a significant resistance. Hopefully we do see more bullish actions after this. I mean, I do overall with the dump that we just had, I know it's been like 30 to 40% like total already. But specifically for Cardano, I don't know. I haven't been charting it as much, but I don't know if we're done, basically. Although, you know, the setups, that's just my opinion. The setups are what really are the truth in my here. And what do we see? It dumps straight to another expanded setup. So this, at the end of the day, the correction could already be over for a lot of alts. Now, Bitcoin, I really do see that kind of draining down a little bit further. I mean, you know, messing around in 48, or not 48, but just the 40s for a little bit, just to shake some people out. What I would like here to see on Cardano is a better channel than this. I guess it's not that bad. We got a lower boundary touch. It's just so damn volatile. I mean, it's just jump down, dump back up, or pump up, dump down. And while we are grinding up here, and it is good that we did get all the way halfway back. So as long for ADA on the macro scale, I'll get back out as I draw this, or on the micro scale, excuse me, we're bullish above 86, yeah, let's call it 86 cents, yeah. But on the macro scale, we are bullish above 67 cents. And in order for us, for me at least, to really feel better about my the directional bias and the entries and everything on the micro degrees, I'm really gonna be watching this channel closely. Too close. And the way price is reacting to it. I mean, I would imagine that if we do get a kind of grinding, more quieter bullish scenario that pumps out, and then we see a bounce on the top of the upper boundary, that's a clear continuation of trend when you get the bounce there. So that's great. Moving on, we got DOT next. DOT, I have it charted on perpetual. That's right. Get that right. Okay, I did actually update this because I do trade this perpetual before. This already. Again, we're seeing this all over. This kind of reversal is good at our entries. It doesn't signify that we're going to see targets at all. Reaching target is signifying that that we are reaching target, obviously. But it's just really good to see that such a solid reaction, exactly what we would like to see. I mean, this is exactly in our entry area. So, and this is an expanded extension from the crazy consolidation here that I actually posted about in TradingView. And I'm not trying to shill as much as I am, but really, I'm giving these setups before they happen. We longed right there, and trailing stop took us all the way up. So get in on this. For DOT here on the larger degree, we are bullish above $20, let's call it, and then we're looking for a target. This is crazy large range of 49.85. There's gonna be a lot that's gonna have to happen to get there in terms of money, but I don't think it's gonna happen exactly volatile. I think it's gonna be a continual grind higher, just like a regular S&P, indice. But we shall see, won't we? Now on the micro scale for DOT, let's take a look. We did get, okay, so this is actually promising. We're seeing a couple more higher highs and higher lows. So we did get a measure move there. We got another all the way halfway back, and so DOT is looking really bullish actually right now. This is good, and it's not looking like a wedge either. So a perfect 50 touch after this all the way halfway back here. We have another all the way halfway back, and this commonly happens, okay? In reversals, in trend reversals after a really significant move in any direction, you're gonna see, rather than seeing like a traditional series right out the gate, you're gonna see like all the way halfway back and all the way halfway back, maybe a third or maybe a fourth. But basically what I'm saying is that when trend is reversing, it's kind of gearing up by having an all the way halfway back, as opposed to the stepping stones of a traditional series. You see the traditional series more in like the really impulsive moves, the ones with a lot of volume, and extensions as well, obviously. But here we're waiting for micro scale on DOT, we're bullish above 28.81. We're looking for a target of 37.52, which I believe it looks like it would take out the short. And so that is something we could start to feel more confident. Oh, it's hopefully there's overperformance, right? We would be looking for this short here to break at 37.62. It's close enough, but we do want to see that break with confidence. What's really making me feel even more confident is even at another degree down, we're seeing bullish setups. We'll go down to the 3-minute. We're seeing these setups reach targets, so we can feel really good about, or I'm feeling really good about DOT. I'm actually going to be looking at some leverage longs here. Let's get back to the rest of. Here we go. After we've got Ripple. Ripple fucking dumped. I'm not on fundamentals, man. I am not bullish on this coin at all. I mean, look at this. I'm horrible. That sucks. I don't expect it to break this low. I don't know, man. Ripple's hard. Well, you could call this entire pattern like a big old head and shoulders or some shit. I happen to be so weird of a head and shoulders, but again, I don't trade that pattern. I think I said that before. Let's get rid of what is no longer relevant to us. We are all the way back. The series from the low is from this nested low is just obviously done. And we're still bullish above 34 here. This is a long trade. We were talking about, I think I posted like right here on TradingView about this setup. But yeah, we're bullish above 34, 36, and we're looking for a target still of 89 cents for XRP. Next is BNB. Has been a fucking volatile motherfucker. Excuse my language, but man, BNB's been going crazy. I have already updated this one because this is the perpetual. I am trading it actively. Do I need to go into the lower time frames? I'm sure you're starting to guess that there would be a beautiful extension series from this previous. Here, I'll go out one more. I'm gonna just do it just to do it. Okay. So before we're in this expanded extension, right? The moment is what we really care about when it comes to, well, everything in life, right? But no, when it comes to trading, it's like we don't have all this data. Oh, let me get this right real quick. We don't have all this data here. If we're over here, and we're looking at our profit target, let's just say we're looking at a profit target here. Okay, so what do we have? We have a trailing stop that eventually, which would have been right here, which is the extension. That's the trailing stop for this system. So obviously we wouldn't have been taken out, so that's great. So then we just continue to track because we are long from all the way down here, from this entry. That's the beauty of the system. It's about following the trend and just letting these winners run. Here we would have this extension here. Oh no, let me give the right tool. We would have, so that's one trade, or maybe not trade, but one setup that we would not have gotten stopped out from, that would have kept us in, and we would be seeing extreme gains with especially with BNB here. It's crazy. I'm gonna try to keep this quick. I don't want to take too long, but it's just extension after extension. So your trailing stop, okay? Oh, it did get stopped there, but this is what you'd really be looking for. And it didn't even trigger, but either way, your trailing stop still would be the actual what you would trade if you weren't in a position, okay? So as you're tracking, it's just going up. It's going up. Here's probably another one here. So yeah, maybe you're. I mean, shit. But if you're down here at what is it, 100, and then you're looking at 289, shit, I would be looking at taking profits too. But leaving in a little bit, the trailing stop works as it's supposed to do. And so at the end of the day, when it comes to BNB, where would you have gotten stopped out? You definitely, with this kind of pump, I would have been using the first extension rather than the expanded extension, because you're just locking in so much profit, So there is a little variance there in terms of my own decision making, what you might want to do with it. Maybe you do want to stick with this setup where you would only take profit at the expanded extensions. Okay, that could totally be right, but you would have gotten stopped out right here. Okay, and as opposed to potentially up here. Do what you want with that information. Let me get back to the rest of them. Let me get all these off my chart real quick. So 1 hour is fine enough. We are in expanded extension, the second expanded extension. Here's the first extension off of this other extension, expanded extension, and we're looking really good here with the correction channel. This is picture perfect almost. Grabbing all the wrong tools right now. Here's anchor 1, and we're gonna do anchor 2 here, because what I like, the way I specifically use channels, most people, right? Most people are gonna use this pivot here, and that probably would yield similar results. It yields just as good, if not better, results. I'm using this, and what I like to see, because I don't want to catch a falling knife per se, right? You want to see a reaction, especially at a median line, and then if you've got additional confluence, I mean, sure, it's going to break through. That's volatility. That's change in trend. But or you could have even waited for this right here. Perfect. You know, BNB is along with other. I mean, we're in a correlated market, but along with other trades are really looking bullish right now. So on the micro setup, we're bullish above 196.65. Macro, we're bullish above 166.15. All entries in for sure on this one. Let's continue on. Oops. LTC, Litecoin. Okay, yeah, this one obviously took a dump. I'm looking. This kind of looks like a sideways. I really don't. I gotta stay away from the Elliott wave. I'm not an Elliott wave trader. I just learned it, and it just stuck in my head. But here, let me get that back real quick. So we can obviously get this one off. That was just an all the way halfway back from this nested setup. Unfortunately, I mean, you could, if you front run that much, sure, you fucking scored. I mean, you could say that's less than $1 front run. So I definitely would have considered that as well. I wasn't trading this actively at the time. You know what I did just see though? What's nice about this is there is the nested, the different degrees. So there's one trade, and here's another trade that I think it looks like it reversed right at target. And this is a traditional series. Oh no, see, missed a few targets. So that could have been a signifier of it dumping. Anyway, let me get back to it. We were looking for this expanded extension to reach target. It got damn close, but it didn't. So it dumped from there. But we did see this larger extension here. I gotta even get further out. Let me get all these nested ones out of our way. We did see oh god, yeah, that's right. This is that weird dump. Okay, so this is from the all the way halfway, or no, it is all the way halfway back of that 10% front run, and that met target there. So what we would expect, it looks like it already got stopped. So fucking Litecoin, wow, Litecoin might have a lot more to go as well if this got stopped. Okay, it didn't. So I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be catching a falling knife here. Look at that straight down, dude. That's insane. Obviously, I'm on the 9 hour, but bullish above Litecoin, bullish above 152. We're looking for a target of 278. And what the setup we have is a traditional series long, the second one in the series. If this fails, then we're going all the way halfway back for sure. Let me get even further. Yeah. If this fails, we're seeing something like this. Reaching 135, 109, that'd be bullish above 89. That'd be wild, wouldn't it? That'd be a lot of gains gone for a lot of people. Moving on, we got Bitcoin Cash after this. What a dump. I think I updated this on my perpetual chart. Yeah, obviously we were expecting this larger setup here that it was already in to reach target. I think that was at 832. Obviously that didn't happen. I was tracking the nested there. It even broke this setup, so that's wild. So what now? I gotta go out 1 degree. And this is, you're just watching me, go through my trading process here and update this. But I hope it's actually valuable. So it went straight to the all the way halfway back. And this is kind of, depending on how large this trend is actually going to be, guys, I don't, trend is your friend until obviously the trend is no more. With what I just said before about how all the way halfway backs happen, in the way that the trend is changing, it'd be a big one, and then you'd expect the traditional series, and yes, they do happen, but then it eventually comes back all the way halfway back. Then you've got the next one that, this one actually here looks like a traditional series, but I mean, just look, it hit the 50, so we have first all the way halfway back, second all the way halfway back. There's even another one right there. Look, I mean, to even prove the point even further, this has 4, and this is assuming, okay, that we are going to see more upside. So that's, here's the caveat. We are going to see more upside with Bitcoin Cash. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, or we're on the 4th, okay? So, and that is bullish above 317 on Bitcoin Cash with a target of 925. Huge ranges. I mean, what's the RR on these? It's normally 6R per trade with both with full risk on both entries. So, and let's get another one. Oop, wrong one. Always front run a little bit, especially on the 618, because accumulation happens in the setups all the time. So that's at 8.6 and 3.47. Yeah, so 3.5 to 8.6. That's pretty close to 9. Or sorry, stupid. Pretty close to 6. Anyway, back to it. I've only got 2 more, guys. Link USDT. This obviously broke its setups. What were we looking for? I'm not sure if this was in crazy good setups before, or I just didn't have it charted. Because it looks like I would have had. Okay, so that was that one. Oh, what would it have been? So would it be this? That was quite a front run. Yeah, okay, so it would have been this. That's weird. I don't have it on the chart. I don't know why. Yeah, here we go. We would have been looking for this. Yeah, good reaction, obviously. And it broke, but we fucking smashed through it. So that now we can get rid of all that. I don't know what this setup is relevant, but we're looking like an all the way halfway back, and we do get it. So we did get reversals in our all the way halfway backs. This is a true test of trend right now. We are going to see short setups really starting to stack up with a move like this. Hopefully we do break it. I got one more. Hopefully we do break these short setups with a good pump to the upside. And I will, in my Discord, I will be posting what the short setups look like and what levels we will be looking for to really signify a change in trend. Here with XLM, broke the traditional series, the massive one. So that's telling us we're going. Did we already get the entry? We did, right at 50 reversal. Okay, so everything is in everything except Bitcoin and potentially Litecoin are in bullish setups. Doesn't mean it won't stop. Keep going, go bullish. That they're not in the setups. You know, we could just start to develop a nested series. But I think that is everything, guys. I'm gonna drive the point home here. Maybe I'm not. Hopefully, I'm not beating a dead horse. But here's change in trend all the way halfway back. Met target all the way halfway back. Met target all the way halfway back. Met target. This is then it's the traditional series. Okay, you get the 3 all the way halfway backs, and then you start to get the series. But unfortunately, here in XLM, obviously we broke the series with this dump. So we are looking for another all the way halfway back. If we do get it, we are bullish above 19.6, and we're looking for a target of 74.3. Insane ranges. Guys, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this content. I know I went a little bit longer there, more than 20 minutes, but I'm just hoping that with these large, multiple assets and this update, specifically in the timing, with this dump, I'm trying to stay on top of it. Please keep the feedback coming. I'm really appreciating it. For those that aren't a part of the Discord, come join. You'll get these setups before they actually occur. I mean, there's a lot. The measure move is one aspect of my trading system that gives us direction of trend. Okay, I'm really going over it when it comes to the YouTube. I'm giving us an idea of direction of trend. When it comes to the entries, specifically of when I'm entering, and when it comes to why I just drew this channel and why it's gonna just add to my directional bias, and what I'll do from that point forward. If you want to know these things, if you want to get in on it, if you want to get signals, come to my channel, come to my Discord channel, come to my Twitter, follow me there, follow me on TradingView, follow me on all above media platforms, and hopefully I can provide value for your account at the end of the day, even though this is not financial advice, remember, guys. So, all right, I'm gonna leave it there. Appreciate it. Have a great night or day or wherever the hell you are. See ya.